Grammy Award recipient for a total of 21 times, Kanye West is currently one of the most famous people in the world, and he is also one of the most contentious. It may be difficult to remember a young, pre-Kardashian Kanye because of the strategic building of the Ye empire. However, Kanye was a kid growing up in Chicago, Illinois, where he was raised by his mother, Donda West. In today's video, we will discuss how Kanye West became one of the most famous people. Before we start discussing in detail, please subscribe to our channel and also press the bell icon as well. It wasn't all that long ago that Kanye was a kid growing up in Chicago, Illinois. However, it may be difficult to remember a young, pre-Kardashian Kanye because of the strategic building of the, according to Mike. Kanye's mother was a significant influence on his work, both before and after her death in 2007. She is the namesake of his most recent album, as well as the inspiration behind songs like Hey Mama and Coldest Winter. In an interview with the Chicago Tribune, Dr. Donda West, an academic at Chicago State University, stated that Kanye was writing poems in the backseat of the car when he was 5 years old. One of the poems compared the natural process of leaves falling off trees in the fall to the trees melting black. According to the Chicago Tribune, by the time he was 13 years old, he had already composed his first rap song, which was titled Green Eggs and Ham. He recorded it in a basement studio with a microphone that was suspended from the ceiling by a wire. Kanye West did not begin his ascent to celebrity until after he had produced music for a number of years, worked as a telemarketing for Sears, attended college for a brief period of time, and then dropped out. Rapping down to the wire, The Things claim that the first time Kanye got a large amount of money from his efforts in the music industry was when he sold one of his beats to the rapper Gravity for the price of $8,000. As a result of this, he was able to sell his songs to a broad array of other singers, such as Cameron and Beanie Sigel, and later Jay-Z as well. According to Money Incorporated, Kanye West was signed to the Roc-A-Fella record company in large part due to the fact that he produced 5 of the 13 tracks on Jay Legendary Z's album, The Blueprint, in 2001. The album featured Jay-Z as the featured artist. Despite this, Kanye West's rise to prominence in the music industry was nearly cut short in 2002 when he was involved in a car accident that came dangerously close to taking his life. According to The Things, Kanye West had jaw repair surgery and had his mouth wired shut after he dozed off behind the wheel while driving home from the studio. He had fallen asleep while driving. What would have stopped most artists from singing and rapping for a long time instead motivated Kanye to write a new track on the spot while it was happening. After having an electronic drum machine brought to his bedside, he wrote a new song called Through the Wire, which he performed while practically clenching his teeth. The College Dropout. Kanye established an agreement with his mother in the early 2000s that would allow him to leave Chicago State University, where he was a student at the time, and continue to live under her roof while he sought a career in music. The deal allowed him to leave CSU, where he was a student at the time. The caveat was that he would only have 1 year to demonstrate his worth in the music industry before being required to return to school. This arrangement between mother and son led to the birth of Kanye's album, The College Dropout, which was published in 2004 and received widespread acclaim from music critics. It was the record that, in the words of The Things, catapulted West into the spotlight, and he struggled on it for a period of time equaling 4 years. The Things were the ones who said so. The majority of the album's messages are in line with what Kanye is working on currently, which is consistent throughout the album. In 2002, while Kanye was still wearing his pink polos and school-aged bags, he told MTV that the album was about making your own decisions and not allowing society tell you, this is what you have to do. Since he has designed a pair of shoes, founded the nonprofit organization Yeezy Sunday Service, and even declared his intention to run for president of the United States in 2020. It would appear that this message is something that Kanye has held near and dear to his heart ever since he began his ascent to stardom. The Power Couple. Kanye West's fame has been steadily growing over the past 10 years, in large part because of the fact that he has never failed to produce albums that debuted at the top of the Billboard album charts. This is one of the main reasons why Kanye West's popularity has been on the rise. According to Insider, in 2003, he met Kim Kardashian, who was working at the time as Brandy's secretary. This meeting is credited with being the catalyst for a substantial portion of his subsequent rise to fame. It is generally agreed that this particular occurrence was one of the most significant turning moments in his career, but the beginning of Kanye and Kim's official relationship didn't take place until the year 2012. They continued to remain married for a total of 4 decades, during which time they welcomed 4 children into the world before Kim finally filed for divorce this past year. It has been suggested by BuzzFeed that the fact that Kanye West married Kim Kardashian might be regarded as the smartest business move Kanye has ever done. Since the premiere of the first season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians in 2007, Kim Kardashian has been involved in a number of business ventures, both her own and those of her husband Kanye West, which have helped her to amass an estimated net worth of approximately $2 billion, as reported by Forbes. According to BuzzFeed, Kim has demonstrated her support for Kanye's fashion lines on several occasions during his career by taking part in pop-up events and supporting them on a variety of social media platforms. She has also been cited as attending these events. According to BuzzFeed, the Kardashians donned clothing from Kanye's album The Life of Pablo, which helped propel his garment line to become one of the most trending of the year. The Life of Pablo was released in September of 2016. One other illustration of this would be the fact that Kanye West's apparel line was one of the most fashionable items released this year. Remix magazine ranked Kim and Kanye as one of the most powerful couples in the world, and they were a part of that list. Even though there has been much discussion on who is more famous and who made more money, there is no doubt that they were instrumental in each other's rise to fame as 2 of the most famous celebrities of our time. Even though there has been much discussion on who was more famous and who made more money, there is no doubt that they helped each other become famous. That's it for today. We hope you found our video interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching and see you next time.